12.7, determine the mean of a data set. So the I can statement is I can find or determine the mean of a data set. So last time we did mode, median, and range. Now we're doing mean. Now remember, you can use a calculator, and this is going to be one where it will be much easier as you're doing the different operations. If you want to not use one, that's fine, but you are welcome to do it. I'm not testing whether you can add and divide. So, the problem. David has 8 bowls of tomatoes. The table shows the number of tomatoes in each bowl. David wants to equally distribute the tomatoes among the bowls. How many tomatoes will be in each bowl? That's what the mean is. Another word for it is the average. So if it asks what's the average, think mean, average, those two are synonyms. So to do that, how can we find the number in each bowl if the tomatoes are distributed equally? Well, we can divide the number of tomatoes by the number of bowls. So we need to figure out how many tomatoes are there all together and then divide them or split them up among the 8 bowls. So the number found by dividing the sum of the value by the number of values in a set is the mean. This is what I want you to write in your notes, though, because that definition is a little confusing. The mean of a data set is a leveling out of the data. It's like we're taking some from one, putting them in another. We're sort of spreading them out equally, or leveling it out if it was a graph. To find the mean, we need to add the numbers, then divide by how many numbers there are. So we add and then divide. So get that written in your notes. I'm sorry, that second line is not long enough. I severely underestimated how many words I need to put in there. Pause if you need to finish writing. So, adding, dividing. So first we need to add. So you can do it by hand or we can use a calculator. There we go. So we're doing 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8 equals 32. The main thing with that is to just make sure we're hitting all the right buttons, hitting the right numbers, doing the plus, all of that, because it's easy to make a mistake. So I double check and type it in at least a couple of times to make sure you typed it in correctly. And then once we have that, we know that the sum is 32. So there are 32 tomatoes in all. And then what are we going to do next? Well, we're going to split them up among the bowls or divide by how many numbers we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. So we divide by 8. And this you might know, but 32 divided by 8 equals 4. So that means our mean of this set of data is 4. So if he split them up equally, there'd be 4 tomatoes in each bowl if we equaled it out. Right? It's like we took a couple from here, put them there, take 2 from here, put them there, 2 from here, put them there. They'd all have 4 in them. All right. Make sure I didn't miss anything there. So summing it up, the mean can be found by dividing the sum of all the values, adding them all up, by the number of values. Now, I have a little song. I also am linking this on the assignment page, but just a way to remember the difference between all these things because it can be hard to remember. And songs, it's been shown that we remember songs better than just saying the words. So.
Hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. You add it.
Hold on. Okay. I'm not sure you're going to be able to hear it. I forget the settings I had it on. So I'll sing it. Here we go. And then you can listen to it in the YouTube video. So it's like, hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. You add and divide for the mean. The mode is the one that you see the most. And the range is the difference between. Yeah. So it doesn't give a big long description, but if you're trying to remember, like, do I add for the mean or do I put them in order for the mean, like the middle, it helps you remember that, right? Hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. Put them in order, find the middle. You add and divide for the mean. The mode is the one that you see the most, and the range is the difference between. So the difference between the biggest and the smallest. Again, you can listen to it, probably play it for you in class, but that can be a good way to remember. All right, now we'll do some practice. So I'm going to do this one because it's on a line plot, and you might be like, how do I find the mean when all I have is x's? So what I would do is I'm going to list out the data that they give me, so it's in a list of numbers because that's easier. So I have 2 1s here, so I'd have 1 and 1. I have a 2. I have 3 3s. And then I have 4 5s. So I wouldn't have to write this down, but I think it is easier to see the numbers. If you have sort of shortcuts, like I could say, oh, those 5 4s are 20. So 20 plus whatever, but long way is 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 33. So again, helpful to try that multiple times, because what if I accidentally hit 3 5s instead of 4? Then my answer would be wrong. So good to double check. 29. Yeah. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So then I can take that, divide by 10, and my mean is 3.3. Now you might get some weird decimals when you do the mean, right? Depending what the sum is and what I'm dividing by, I might get weird ones. So she spent 3.3 hours outside. Okay, just wanted to make sure I did that right, because again, it's easy to type things in wrong or go wrong somewhere. I'll have you do some practice now. Generally, it's going to be, what is the mean of the data set? All right, so number 1, what is the mean of the data set? Go ahead and try. All right, you get it? Hopefully you, there we go, added them all up. 23 plus 22 plus 14 plus 33. That's the sum. Now I need to divide by 4 because I have 4 numbers. 23 is my mean. Remember, hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. You add and divide for the mean. So 23 on that one. All right, again, what is the mean of the data set? Go ahead and choose. Hopefully you got it. So I have 110 plus 41 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 15. Does not matter the order in which I add them. Now I need to divide by 6 because there are 6 numbers. So 30 is my mean for that one. What is the mean of the data set? Go ahead and do it. All right, hopefully you're getting the hang of this. Seeing that once you, don't know how I did that. Once you understand how to do it, it gets a little easier, right? Just like with anything. 28 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 62 plus 4. So 114, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So divide by 6, and I get 19 for that one. All right, we'll just do one more, and then if you need more help, let me know. But hopefully you're getting the hang of it. All right, 16. Ooh, go ahead and try. What's the mean? Almost jumped the gun on that one. All right, 16 plus 4 plus 6 plus 17 plus 13 plus 30 plus 7 plus 11. All right, so we found the sum. Now we need to divide. So we divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers, and we get 13. These were all whole numbers. They won't all end up as whole numbers, but in this case they are. If you have any questions, let me know. Good luck.